Now, it wouldn't be Google if they didn't let you share. So let's say I wanted to take a calendar and share it with other people to give multiple people the access to be able to edit and post things to it. Now, I would not recommend doing this to your personal calendar unless you are somebody like Dr. Moran who wants to give your secretary access to be able to add things to your calendar. But anyone can technically invite people to a calendar. So if I wanted to be able to add things to Dr. Moran's calendar, I could simply add them to my calendar and invite her as a guest, and then she will get a notification on her end telling her that she has been invited, and if she hits yes, then it gets added to her calendar automatically. But if you want someone to have editing access to a calendar, to be able to make changes to it, you can do it this way. Now, I don't want to give access away to my calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new calendar. So under the My Calendars menu here, there's a little triangle. And if I hit that triangle, I can say create a new calendar. Now with that new calendar, I'm going to give it a name. So maybe I'm going to create a calendar and call it Team Homework. And I can type in a description so other people are going to know what it is. And then here's where I can choose to share this calendar with other people. Now, if I make this a public calendar, it tells me all of my information is going to be available to anyone, including all the details and anything that anyone that has a link to this calendar will be able to view this information. If I don't want that to be the case, I can uncheck public and just make this a shared calendar. Or if I don't want to give everyone access to it, I only want specific people to have access, I could go in here and I could type in who I wanted to give access to by typing in their names, and then I would be able to choose exactly what permissions that they have. So let's say I wanted to make a team homework calendar, and I want all of the teachers on that team to be able to add events or modify events to that calendar, but I only want students to be able to view it and not make changes to it. So what I would do is I would simply go down here to where it says share with specific people, and I would enter in the name of all of the teachers that I want to give access to that calendar. So if Mrs. Roth is a teacher on my team, I would type in her name, and then I would choose to make sure that she can make changes to my events. Okay, I could choose whether or not she could control who shares with it to if I want, or I could just say, hey, this person can make changes and add events. Now, that's what I'm going to do for teachers, but you don't want to have to add all of the students in there all at one time. So I want to share this calendar with other people, and I just want it to be shared with either everyone in Pattonville, or if I was going to share it with parents, I could say, hey, let's make this calendar public for anyone outside the district to access, or people to access without having to log in. So if I wanted to share it with everyone in the organization, Pattonville, I could just go ahead and check that box, add all the teachers that I want to be able to edit that calendar, and then hit create calendar. And after a few seconds, it's going to generate that calendar. Here it is. It's called Team Homework. Now, if I need to go back and change settings for whatever reason, I can click on that and I can go back to my settings. I can change the color and so on. Now that I've created my team homework calendar, I'm ready to share it with my students. So in order to do that, the easiest thing I think is if you go to your calendar and click that little arrow next to it, you can say send to a coworker. And what this will do is this will actually send you a link. So I'm just going to send it to myself. So I'm going to type in my name. And here I am. And I'm not concerned about the message, and I'm going to hit send. Now, once I've sent it to myself, I can go ahead and click on my Google Waffle and go to my mail. And here it is. So I was sent the team homework calendar. When I click on it, right here is the link. This is the link that I want to give to students. And when they click on it, this is what they're going to see. It is a website version of their team calendar. And then they can, obviously view it on the web or bookmark it and view it anytime they want. Or if they hit the plus sign down here, they can add this to their Google Calendar, which if they do that, then it will add it to their subscribed calendars, and it'll show up down here, and anytime you add things to it, it automatically pops up on their calendar. Now, they can't add things to it, again, because you didn't give them access to be able to add, but you can they'll be able to see it, and they can still add things, or copy things directly to their calendar if they want to. So that's how you share calendars in Google Calendar.